Hello, and welcome to the Reselling Report for today, Thursday, June 4th, 2020. I'm your host, Ann Eckhart, and every weekday morning I upload the Reselling Report here to YouTube to update you on the day's retail and e-commerce news, including the latest from eBay, Amazon, Etsy, and Poshmark. If you haven't done so already, I hope you'll subscribe. And now let's get on with today's show. The protests and demonstrations in America continue over the killing of George Floyd, an unarmed black man, at the hands of 4 ex-Minneapolis police officers. Now, yesterday, I let you guys know that Etsy is donating $500,000 to the Equal Justice Initiative and $500,000 to the Borealis Philanthropies Black-Led Movement. Over on Poshmark, they have also announced a significant donation. Over on their Facebook page, Manish Chandra put a letter out to the Poshmark community to let everyone know that Poshmark is donating $100,000 across a number of organizations for their vital work to advance racial justice, civil rights, and economic empowerment in the United States. The NAACP Legal Defense Fund, the ACLU, and the National Urban League. They also want to help shape a future with more women of color in technology and are supporting Black Girls Code as part of the donation. Now, on June 2nd, eBay donated all fees collected from items sold in the music categories to a charity that supported equality in America. They don't say what the charity was, and it was done on June 2nd because June 2nd is typically Blackout Tuesday, where major record labels vow to take a day off of work to disconnect and refocus on reconnecting with their communities. However, it was being used on Tuesday in relation to the current unrest in America. Then that ended up being a big controversy because some people said, no, don't do that because you're going to drown out the actual voices. Then other people said, no, if you're not putting the black square up on your social media profile for Blackout Tuesday, then you're a bad person. It really got to be a mess over on social media, and I was really frustrated because you're trying to do the right thing, and then there's half the people say you're doing the wrong thing, the other half of the people say you're doing the right thing. It just was a mess. But this story about eBay donating the fees from the music category sales on June 2nd to Get Perry, but they did that. What charity or charities they devoted to, I've yet to hear, but hopefully we'll figure that out here in the days to come. Most of the reselling sites extended seller protections during the height of the COVID-19 lockdowns. eBay's seller protections are extending through July 19th, so late defects and any negative feedback that is left in relation to packages being delayed or seller cancellations, eBay will remove. Amazon, however, has ended their seller protections as of Monday, June 1st. An email was sent to sellers. We are writing to inform you that starting June 1st, we will restart tracking and suspending selling accounts with high cancellation rates, late shipment rates, and order defect rates per our established performance standard. In April, they had paused those suspensions. However, they are now back in place. So keep your account from occurring order defects, and to help create a more reliable experience for customers, we recommend you do the following. Closely monitor your inventory levels and make sure your listings accurately reflect available inventory. Ensure your default ship settings match your current fulfillment capabilities, and monitor customer inquiries received via buyer-seller messaging. Respond quickly, at most within 48 hours. And Amazon does have an entire COVID-19 section on their site for information that they will keep updating about that. So hopefully if you're an Amazon seller, you are back to normal with shipping and dealing with cancellations and whatnot. But again, eBay protections do continue through July 19th. Still on Amazon, according to an article on CNBC, Amazon sees strong demand for pepper spray and Black Lives Matter merchandise as protests rage. Amazon shoppers are stocking up on pepper spray and Black Lives Matter merchandise as protests continue to erupt nationwide, according to sales rankings on its website. The e-commerce site lists self-defense items, educational books on racial justice, and Black Lives Matter t-shirts as top-selling items across several categories of its bestseller page. The rankings show that the protests against police brutality are at the forefront of some consumers' minds, as many of them grapple with the aftermath of the killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Cities across America continue to demonstrate this week following a weekend of widespread protests over Floyd's death at the hands of police officers in Minneapolis. The sports and outdoors category showed pepper spray as the top-selling item, while a rechargeable taser was listed at number 44, illustrating that consumers are buying self-defense items amid protests that have turned violent in some areas of the country. Outrage over the killing of Floyd appeared in the novelty clothing section of Amazon's bestseller page, where 2 I Can't Breathe t-shirts were among the top 10 best-selling items. One Black Lives Matter shirt ranks number 60 in the best-selling clothing on Amazon, was a significant rise from Friday when it didn't appear in the top 1,000 items in that category at all. I'm sure that's merch, people who are creating merch designs. So if you are a merch seller and you are creating products in relation to Black Lives Matter and racial justice, then probably doing quite well. In the books category, White Fragility, Why It's So Hard for White People to Talk About Racism, is listed as the top selling item, while How to Be an Anarchist is ranked 3rd, and We're Different, We're the Same is ranked 7th. It's unclear if other factors are considered when determining bestseller ranking, such as search volume. So is it sales, is it search? But there's definitely a desire for Black Lives Matter merchandise. If you look on Etsy, there's an entire section with 32,694 results as I am looking at it now. T-shirts, hats, bracelets, and of course the hot item during this time, face masks. I do also want to mention that June is Pride Month, so items celebrating LGBTQ plus are all over eBay. They have an entire section entire porthole, I should say, devoted to Pride Month, as does Etsy. Those items are also selling well on Amazon, so it's all rainbows, and we've got t-shirts and buttons, sunglasses, and you guessed it, face masks, all being sold regarding the 2 issues on all of the reselling sites, it seems. There is a new announcement over on the eBay community forum. June is Traffic Month, providing you with practical insights for bringing in buyers. Welcome to Traffic Month, a month's worth of insights on how we can partner to drive traffic to your listings and connect buyers with what you're selling. Over the next month, you'll find helpful content across eBay for Business's Facebook page, podcast, YouTube, and here on the announcement boards, including chats with eBay leaders and sellers and more. If you've got questions, you can share them and they will be addressed in the top trending questions in week 5. What is traffic? One of the benefits of selling on eBay is the 174 million buyers and millions more potential customers we bring onto the platform and how we make sure they keep coming back. Traffic is the number of users who visit our site organically or because of our marketing. But it's not about traffic for traffic's sake. We're focused on new and repeat customers who we think have a higher likelihood of buying on eBay. Using our own and third-party data, we can target our marketing to higher potential buyers. And then they go through the things that they are going to be covering. Week 1, how our marketing brings in the right customers. Week 2, Google shopping and how to ensure your listings show up. Week 3, connecting with more buyers through social media. Week 4, driving traffic and earnings with the eBay Partner Network, which they just seriously cut commissions to. So we'll maybe find more about that. And week 5, we'll answer the top trending questions from the community. So we will keep on top of this over on eBay. Looks like they're going to be posting to all of their social media sites this information. So we will, we'll continue to update you on when these posts, videos, seminars, whatever they're going to do, go live. Still a little bit confusing here what exactly they're going to do, because aren't we in week 1 of June now? Or does this start next week? Who knows? I'll keep you updated. We've been talking a lot on the show about the rollout of Facebook Shops, which will also coordinate with Instagram. Now, they are still in the process of rolling out. I've yet to see how I could get into one or have one, but there is a new article up on Forbes.com that discusses it. It also links to a video that Mark Zuckerberg put out about Facebook Shops. Now, this video is 28 minutes long. And Mark Zuckerberg, God bless him, he kind of drones. I'm 9 minutes and 40 seconds into the video, and to be honest, I don't know if I can continue. It's a bit long. But if you do want to go and listen to Mark Zuckerberg talk about Facebook Shops, he will do that. It will be free, but with a catch. Facebook charges no fee for transactions if retailers process sales through their existing platforms, such as Shopify, WooCommerce, or others. For retailers without those capabilities, They can use Facebook checkout feature and pay a 5% processing fee, which is lower than what Amazon or eBay charges. So there is that information, which is something we have been looking for. I'm still trying to figure out what the shipping is going to be with that. But again, until it fully rolls out and we have access to it, not really sure. But this video is up if you want to go and listen to Mark Zuckerberg explain more about Facebook shops. If you ship via UPS, just a heads up that they have a service alert that was posted on June 3rd due to a system outage in Louisville, Kentucky that may cause delay. It says there was a system outage beyond the control of UPS, which caused a disruption to operations at the UPS Worldport Global Air Hub in the U.S. And as a result, some shipments may experience unavoidable delays. They are telling you to check the status of your packages online to see. So if you've shipped anything within the last few days via UPS, you might just want to double check, see if your packages have been delayed. You can track them. And then if you feel the need, you've seen your packages delayed, you can always contact your customer directly just to give them a heads up. If you've been feeling that the coronavirus lockdowns have been making you fat, join the club. Because according to Levi's, everybody has a new size. Levi's says that some have joked that the freshman 15 is now the quarantine 15, as living on lockdown encourages some to snack more on bread and baked goods and work out less. And the iconic denim maker Levi Strauss is seeing that might actually be the case. As retailers slowly reopen during the coronavirus pandemic and shoppers return to stores, everybody has a new size, says Mark Rosen, Executive Vice President and President of Levi Strauss Americas Division. He said in a Wednesday phone interview that consumers are commenting they really appreciate fitting rooms being open. Levi's as of last week, had about 35% of its stores in the U.S. back open, with queues of people forming outside. It is currently limiting capacity in its shops. The consumers who come back, when they do come back, they have an intent to buy. They know they want to buy something, and they also buy more. Unlike some retailers that have opted to keep all their fitting rooms closed, at least for now, Levi's is leaving every other dressing room open for use and cleaning each space afterwards. The company is also holding merchandise that is tried on for 24 hours and holding return goods for 72 hours as fears that the virus can linger on materials. If consumers are indeed changing sizes, that could mean good news for apparel companies coming out of this crisis, as closets will need to be replenished. So interesting. First of all, who wears jeans when they're lounging around the house? I mean, jeans to me are like formal wear. If I'm going to dress down, it's not going to be jeans, but I guess there are people who like their jeans. So people who are loyal to the Levi brand and their certain style may need a new size. So something to think about when you are out sourcing. Another clothing brand that is doing very well right now is American Eagle Outfitters. They say that they are seeing more than their fair share of pent-up demand as stores reopen. We think we are getting more than our fair share of demand, says their chief financial officer, Mike Mathias, and that there was a lot of stimulus. We had competitors close, but clearly we're the strongest store in the mall, and our customers are continuing to come to us. American Eagle shares were initially falling, but later shot up more than 15%. Management explained that the stores reopening during the coronavirus are averaging an impressive metric of roughly 95% of their normal levels. American Eagle said it has opened 556 locations to date, and they have nearly 1,100 in total. The strong recovery as American Eagle's flagship apparel shops and Ari lingerie locations reopening in malls across the country aligned with what rivals Abercrombie & Fitch revealed last week that it was seeing, with sales likewise bouncing back faster than expected. But others in the mall are not faring as strongly. Macy's, for example, has said its sales are down about 50% in its recently reopened department stores. And chains found in the mall, including Neiman Marcus, JCPenney, and J.Crew, have all filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in the past weeks. Teen consumers, however, appear ready to spend at American Eagle and Abercrombie. They're shopping for summer garb and soon will be stocking up on back-to-school essentials. We work all year to make sure that we're going to have the best jeans every back to school, says American Eagle Chief Executive Jay Schottenstein. Yeah. American Eagle and Abercrombie also both called out social media platform TikTok as a way they're reaching more customers, specifically tweens and teens. American Eagle said it collaborated with TikTok's biggest star, Charlie D'Amelio, for a video on its Ari swim collection, which received almost 2 billion impressions. Customers remain loyal, and its affinity for the brand will likely be cemented by authentic marketing focused on real people, something that has more oh my gosh, I'm tripping on a word. Something that resonates more in the post-pandemic world. Excuse me. So yeah, American Eagle, would always pick that up when I was sourcing clothing. It definitely sells fast. I mean, it's not going to be, the stuff that brings in the big bucks, but if you can get it cheap at the bins, their jeans and other items, I think they're a good pickup, especially for eBay. On the other spectrum, from Levi's, Abercrombie & Fitch, and American Eagle, is New York & Company. They are warning that a bankruptcy filing is imminent and that they will be seeking Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in all likelihood. In an 8K filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, that it is in process of finalizing a 10K filing with its auditor that will reflect, among other things, a substantial doubt about its ability to continue as a growing concern. It says it needs more time to consider the disclosures, and it's requested an extension to file. So yeah, poor New York & Company. That used to be my favorite store when I was in my 20s. I bought almost all of my clothes there. I got my purses, jewelry, everything when I worked in an office. I loved it, but it definitely has been having trouble in recent years, and it also, I have found, has a horrible resale value. Maybe you're different. Maybe you can resell New York & Company, but I've never been able to give it away. Good thing I can take it to the consignment store and they take it, but we shall see what the future of New York & Company holds. And let me know if you are old enough to remember when it used to be Learner. Now, I shopped back when it was Learner, and then it transformed into New York & Company. So let me know if you're that old. Are you as old as me? Did you used to shop at Learner? And that's a wrap on today's show. If you liked it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Even if it's just a hello or emoji, that engagement really helps with YouTube's algorithm. Also, check out the show notes below the video for the links to the articles I referenced. You can email me your questions or reseller stories. My email is also below. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.